This route I'm taking you is to give you just a background understanding of where some of these people are coming from, what has happened in Abuja today, and where the party may be headed. Don't forget, this was a party that led Nigeria for 16 good years. What more can you ask for a party that says it will govern Nigeria for 60 years, for 16 years, and now the party is falling over itself because of some of these internal crises. Earlier today, a group under the edges of PDP Youth Forum has given the leaders of the party a 4 to 5 days ultimatum to reconcile, resolve the crisis, and organize a national convention. At this point, let me allow my guests to talk on the program. Let's get perspectives now. Let's begin from our Lagos studio, where Mr. Ken Okolugbo, a former commissioner in Delta State, a political analyst and a member of the PDP, joins us now. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Shehu, it's always my pleasure.
How do you feel with this turbulence that your party has been experiencing? 2015, it was a loss, and since then, 2 years down the line, the party is still on this roller coaster.
Well, I thought after the judgment of the 17th, it was going to rest this matter once and for all. The Bible says that there seems, the wages of sin is death, and there seems to be a way that is right, but the end thereof is death. What am I saying? It's funny that we've gone back and forth, like you rightly said. That's the apt word you used for this situation. Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff has even given a leaf, a branch. He has waved it to the other group and said, I am not ready to continue as the chairman of this party. I want to midwife a convention that will produce chairman, auditors, secretary, national working committee, national executive committee of this party that will be democratically elected. And you're shocked to see those who actually carried out the convention in Port Harcourt on the 21st of May, which was why, you know, we had another convention in Abuja just to make sure that that convention did not hold. Now the appeal court has declared that convention illegal, and they're still insisting that they recognize the convention that the appeal court has declared illegal. I mean, they have a right to go to the Supreme Court, but we are calling on them to say it is time for us to reconcile.
So you do not support what the outcome of the meeting? Of course, with Senator McCarthy group today.
The meeting today is a meeting of egos, because some of us here, you remember, I don't want to go back to all I've said on this studio, and you know how much I have dwelt on all these issues, especially with the second convention that was held in Port Harcourt, which also came to naught, that Justice Aban ruled against. There was no point having that meeting today. First, the meeting today was very, very provocative. After the appeal court judgment, you can't start calling a meeting of all the organs of the party at the International Conference Center. That is purely legal.
I mean,
and why would they complain about the police stopping them from holding that meeting?
Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff is a mole in the party.
Why would they say he's a mole in the party? Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff was in this studio yesterday. He was in Abuja. He told you clearly that Governor Wike and Governor Fayose brought him into the race.
But they said they realized.
So how would Governor Fayose and Governor Wike now be used by the APC to make Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff a mole? Some of us kicked against it, if you remember. But we have seen that Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff is genuine in trying to entrench internal democracy in this party. Now, if you see that if you find a situation where you cannot dictate to a man, the best you can do is, if you can't beat them, you join them. You know what surprises me most is that Governor Wike and Fayose are fully in control of their states. So are they making it difficult for other governors who are not in control of their states?
When we ask the question, Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff says he's not really interested to become the party chairman, but he just wants to organize the convention. What is so important about the convention? Anybody could have done that. Why is he not leaving it to Senator Ahmed McCarthy?
You see, it goes beyond Ali-Modu Sheriff as a person. Ali-Modu Sheriff today stands as a hope for people like me, who are the ordinary members of the party. He stands as a hope for those who have been circumvented, those who have been excluded by the Senator McCarthy group, those who have been made to look like onlookers because they think that you cannot pander to their wishes.
Okay.
That is what Ali-Modu Sheriff represents.
All right.
It goes beyond him as a person.
Okay, because
so we shouldn't miss that point.
There are other people who are not happy with what is happening. Let me bring in Obianuju Ogoko, a member of the PDP Youth Forum, who is standing by in our Abuja studio. Just your opening statement before we go on a short break. Today, you heard a press conference saying that, look, we have given the party leaders an ultimatum, 4 to 5 days, and you are counting down from today. What would you do considering the situation? It's a stalemate, isn't it?
It is. It is. But the good thing is, I'm quite happy that we have young people across board having a consensus of objective ideas. And one of the things I will speak to on that issue is that, as your guests over there rightly pointed out, a few people, going by background, a few people brought in this Ali-Modu Sheriff to our party. And the young people kicked against it. Stakeholders kicked against it. But they insisted that, he's the right person for the job. He has air fleets, he has this and that. And all of a sudden, because for whatever reason that we don't know, he didn't do their bidding quite as they would have wanted it to be. Now they want him out. It doesn't speak to democracy. Right now we want PDP to be democratized. What it means is that if you do not like Ali-Modu Sheriff on a personal basis, I don't know those personal reasons why you don't like him. But what we have seen is a situation where either the sheriff camp, like I told somebody today, I pointed out, I said, you don't speak truth to an individual, you speak the truth to an issue. And I'm here to speak the truth to an issue, not to please Sheriff, nor to please Senator
With
Macron.
all of this that is on the table, what would you do after the expiration of a 4 to 5 days and this issue is not resolved?
Well, we're hoping that the issue will be resolved. We're hoping that the reason will come to play. We're very hopeful. The reason being that, I saw the circus that happened today where we had a leader coming out to say that Senator Ali-Modu Sheriff is tantamount to HIV in the party. You knew that this man was HIV positive, borrowing your word, and you inflicted us with this HIV. And then at some point, when it becomes inconveniencing to you, you want to rule him out. The truth is that if we have a joint convention where we have everybody from the McCarthy and the Sheriff faction, which I don't even understand because these are all meant to be PDP members. Let us all go to the convention. You want to have a consensus, a united McCarthy front where you go on convention and then you write your disunity list, because that's why I call that list that you write, where you nominate people and there is no election. Or you want to be on the Sheriff side where you also have this consensus and you go to the convention and you write a democracy list. We're asking our leaders to allow PDP to be democratized. Everybody should, in unity, go to the convention ground, knowing fully well that both sides will be vigilant, knowing fully well that this is done for the common Nigerian and not for anybody's personal interest.
Just if I may butt in quickly, it doesn't look like this crisis might be resolved in 45 days. You know how it is. If you appeal, they are seeking an injunction. They are appealing this case to the Supreme Court. And when we want that may take more than 45 days. Realistically, you have not told us what exactly your group will do after the expiration of the 45 days.
Well, we wrote very clearly on our paper today that we're going to call on Nigerian youth. And as we said, that was why I needed to give you the background. That we know the truth and we know where this problem is coming from. We're going to withdraw our support from the party. We suffered for this party when we lost the election. We were online. People criticized and brutalized us. We went through a lot of emotional stress. And then to get to this point where the people who caused our problem have tried to profile a solution and they haven't been able to do that, and they still want to hold us hostage. We're saying no. If in 45 days you cannot find a solution, you can't find a solution. We have a solution. We have a solution.
And what would that solution be, Obianuju? What would that solution be? What would it be your solution?
And vote for people credibly.
Okay.
Go ahead. The solution is that we go to the convention. Everybody, McCarthy, Sheriff, why are you scared of going to the convention together? Because if you get there, there will be an election. In my lifetime in PDP, I haven't seen an election happen. I see unity or disunity list, as they call it. I want to see an election where people are duly elected by the states. And that is what the problem is, because some people have personal interest that towers above common interest.
All right.